But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
I seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me involved. An empty box in the car means they coming for all. I had six phones, I got rid of them all. We get hit and sit down, we don't talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
My phone still echo, the feds won't let go. Money never sleeps when you're the Black Gordon Gecko. Line looking like they waiting on the retro. Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feeling, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phone.
Too many handle business on my own, cause you ain't right, and that's I don't condone. I got homies behind the wall wishing they was home. They got jammed up, kept discussing business on the phone. But Scotty, boy, we 200 bands off them $20 flips. I'm going by myself when it's time to up. That way police don't have a clue when turn up. I'm dolo when I'm out making different moves. Pull up to the shop just to pick and choose. I'm that, don't get confused, cause even when the prayed I didn't lose. Machine.
I done seen the best of them, jammed up. 25 to life and they can't stop. Never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
7 in the morning and they in my home. My bank account's froze, what is going on? Why it all start going wrong? From talking on the phones.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. 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 With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He make sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jackson on 2nd down. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action now. Jackson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Here's Flacco. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And now here's Ross. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And this will be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Dancing to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, Roger, 5-4.
Second down, Flacco now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Flacco. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Flacco to Perriman, and the Ravens have a first. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Passing play. Flacco eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing is Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Yeah, Liz.
On play action, Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. First carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Flacco here on 2nd down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. Trying to improvise. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
A red zone first down for Flacco. And that'll be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flacco from the gun. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. If you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Ross to return. And some room to work. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what... So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And the grab by Cross. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, Rodgers. Flush to his right. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here's Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when
and they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Zoom. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. 1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Buying time to his left. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Flacco to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Flacco now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Drops it underneath for Collins. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Play action, Flacco. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Tucker's kick right. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. And now here's Ross. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Flacco to throw again on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You don't want to throw away this excellent field position, but that's 2 incomplete passes in a row. Definitely need something big here on 3rd and 10.
Conversely, defense has done a good job on 1st and 2nd down. The coverage has been draped. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Now Flacco. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Zoom. Flip again.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hey, check 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to airwalk. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ross. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. To Mixon on the check down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Flacco once more. On the crossing route, complete. It's Bird. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Flacco now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Flacco. He's going to look deep for Perriman. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. Escaping the pressure right. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Operating off play action. Flacco. Caught right side. Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 2nd down. Flacco off play action. Throw complete right side to Cooks. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. A red zone first down for Flacco. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point. Back now in Cincinnati. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one short.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw again. Parker being chased out left. And he's got room. Space to maneuver at the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Steps away to his left. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And now running right through it. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Tyus Bowser able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Passing play, Flacco. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Justin Houston in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Parker to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
It outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Setting to throw. Flacco. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Raymond now on the return. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third down and 12. Flacco from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. First and 10 here for Flacco. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it second and 14. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up third and 13. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Third and long for Joe Flacco. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Parker. Off play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead it brings up a 4th down. So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This a long one to try and keep us going in overtime. And this is not going to do it. It's no good. An ambitious effort to try and force this game into sudden death, but it was not to be, and they fall by 3 in overtime. This was an excellent affair to witness, Charles, but there's always that part of you in the pit of the stomach when some guy has to be sort of the scapegoat, as they were here on the missed field goal. You just hate that, don't you?
A little bit of empathy there, right? That means that we still kind of have that. I know that the team that won, they don't have a lot of it. They were hoping he would miss it, of course, and he did. But I'm with you. You're watching him, and his shoulders just slumped, and feels like he let his whole team down, especially those guys who had to battle throughout the game.
Yeah, all the way into overtime, but the missed field goal seals their fate. So for Baltimore, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waist at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ, first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I live in you. Both of our offend you.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just wanna make enough to pay dividends. then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is little baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsche. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm tortured. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be seen inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I got kinda with you. All of these my body, I got pay somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the. Water on me like the sunny, I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mo. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm
how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I got kinda with you.
Look at you go. Okay, you love it. Look. Go. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you bumming. Look. Yeah.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby.